Go ahead.
This is the point I was making about a woman and a man taking the responsibility to raise a child. You could have the man, each person has to decide who's going to play a certain role, right? And ideally, you would have 50-50 work and 50-50 raise, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't really work like that. Somebody has to work and somebody has to take the majority of raising, at least for the first 8 years. But what happens is, the reason I feel like the man should take the responsibility to the work and the woman should take the responsibility to raise is what happens when you switch. Because somebody has to take each role, it's not an ideal world and it's not going to work 50-50. What happens when the man stays home and raises and the woman goes out to work? A man, in most cases, can teach a woman.
I won't say most cases.
So there are rare cases when a man can teach a woman. I don't even sound right.
They're not rare,
teach a woman how to be a woman. He's not a woman.
No, see, you guide your daughter. It does not matter. You are always going to be there for your daughter if that's the type of man that you are. Okay. You are still, even though the mother is taking care of her part, as teaching her how to be a woman, a father is still going to guide her daughter. Right. Still going to give her that extra that she needs from a man. Right.
So let's get into that. A man cannot father his child better than a mother can mother their child? Is that what you're saying?
No, a man can't mother his child.
Well, he can't never mother because he's not a mother, but that's he can't father his child.
That's my point. Well, because all those years when that mother, all those months when the mother is carrying the child's not being fathered. The child's being mothered. So immediately on birth, you know what I'm saying, the child is always going to be more attached to the mother, male or female. So those first years, I feel it's more important that the mother is there. You look like you got something to say.
My mom passed away when I was in 3rd grade, and he raised 4 of us, 3 boys, and I was the only girl. So you pretty much think I'm the one who had to step up to the plate and do the mother thing, while my father, he did the work. So I had to do the cleaning and the cooking. But the same part though, when my dad came home, he still helped out with the cooking and the cleaning and stuff. He still maintained the household.
Sound like a compromise to me.
Because he had no choice. They can't show you how to be a woman.
But she can take care of that. She can take care of that herself.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on.
He can guide me.
So hold on.
He can guide me.
From an
and
outside.
I already have that beautiful No. Plus that's what you have female friends for.
Yeah, but you're talking about, but why should female friends? That's when the problems come into play. Because now you're going to
No, but I'm talking about for basic things, like
you
learning how to use a pad. I'm not talking about as far as like when it comes to having sex. You don't go to female friends for that.
So
your
who
father,
you go to?
my father.
Your father taught you how to do all that stuff.
No, he taught me how to protect myself better than my mother was able to teach me how to protect myself.
Okay.
When I get out there as far as with the boys and shit like that. Because sometimes you have to understand, sometimes a father has a more mental mind state, a better mind state than a mother does.
Also saying that a woman cannot teach a man to be a man.
No, she can't.
And vice versa. I guess he was there to offer you advice, but mostly you...
He wasn't. That's what I'm saying. You're telling me...
Okay, so I'll run with that. Your father wasn't there to bring you over as a man. Right. But you're a man nonetheless.
Right.
And who do you owe that to?
My mother. A mother and father together can raise a child, male or female, because they're giving you both sides of the spectrum. That's like okay, Casey's having a period, and your mother says, "Oh, you know what, honey? Go and deal with her." She would never say that. She would say, "I'm going to take care of this because I've dealt with this before." You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the mother's not there, then of course the father's as uncomfortable as he would be with dealing with that situation. He's going to try his best to deal with it. There'll be nerves in the play, and this is a delicate situation because this is your first time dealing with something like that. Or if you miss your period, he can't relate to that because he's never missed his period. He can say, well, he can speak on what it felt like when his partner missed the period, but ideally you would want to have that from someone who's been in that situation.
But you know what else it comes down to? What it comes down to also is the child, nevertheless. Now, when the child's coming up, it's all about guidance. You know, the guidance from a mother and the guidance from a father is going to be different, but it's guidance nonetheless.
Okay.
You know, what a mother can do and what a father can do, they can point their child into the right directions. And as far as pointing them into becoming a man, I feel like they both can do that.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
No, I disagree.
And what it comes down to is the child. So when it comes to guidance, a mother and a father is equivalent.
No.
Okay, you're saying that she's gonna have a one-on-one discussion.
The first thing she's gonna do is make her daughter comfortable with that situation. That's the difference. That's the first thing the father's gonna do. Is in most cases, all right, you know what, we gotta go get some pads. He may handle the situation more aggressively, more manly. The first thing she's gonna do, I mean, you gotta understand. Well, I guess it's different now for young girls coming up, but I think there was a time when you didn't even really discuss these things. So your daughter was just go to the bathroom and see that she's bleeding. That's some scary shit.
Yeah.
you don't even know that this situation happens to people. You don't even know that this is things that people go through. You go to the bathroom like, oh damn, I think I pissed on myself, and when you get in there, your panties is full of blood. That's like, at that point, it's like, damn, am I dying? Now, in that situation, would you send someone in there to defuse that bomb? Because that's what's going on. That in your head, you feel like you're dying. Now, would you, I assume you feel like you're dying, would you send someone in there who's been through that, or someone that has no experience with that whatsoever?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. A man cannot teach his daughter how what the experiences of being a woman because he's not a woman. So as far as having experiences being a woman, he cannot explain because
so
he's not a woman. But I also would like to say that we're also talking about guidance. Now, a man can definitely guide his daughter into becoming a woman, can't he?
A woman or an adult, regardless of gender.
No, I'm going to say woman.
I'm going to say adult, regardless of gender.
Okay, well, you know, I'm going to say woman because that's what we're talking about. A father can still guide his daughter into becoming a mature woman. I believe that so wholeheartedly. There's a lot of fathers out there who is taking care of their daughter, and their daughters are becoming women nonetheless. You know, when it comes to experiencing and becoming, when it comes to women's experiences, maybe he can't go into that part, that detailed part, but he can still help her through it. That goes along, but that goes. That's true, but that goes along with guidance. Okay. Now, when it comes down to becoming a woman, that responsibility still is the daughter responsibility. That ends with her, the experience to becoming a woman.
All right, coming to a close, you know, we can go on and on, but what's more important is for y'all to respond and tell us what y'all think. So you heard this man's viewpoint, you heard that man's viewpoint, and you heard this man's viewpoint. Just let us know what you think.
On, thought provocation on, deep thought facing on, y'all anticipating on what we debating on. Full force, no braces on, 100 proof, no chaser on, and the race is on. Let's get our conversation on, thought provocation on, deep thought faces on, y'all anticipating on what we debating on. Full force, no braces on, 100 proof, no chaser on, and the race is on.
Women was made out of man's ribs, right. So she's a bone, so that means she on your side.